Uh, Good morning, everybody. Hold on a second. Yes. Good morning. How are you all doing this morning? I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to make this video because I'm just in a good mood. Oh, I think that camera's a little crooked. Hold on a second. Well, that's going to have to do. I'm just out of bed, well, I shouldn't say just out of bed. I got out of bed at 7. I woke up, I couldn't believe it. I woke up at 7. It was 7:10 or something like that. That's amazing for me, especially since I fell asleep before 11 o'clock. So that's a good night's sleep. Taking my magnesium about an hour before I go to bed, an hour or so before I go to bed, seems to be helping me sleep better. So I don't know. Anyway, guys, just wanted to talk about, do you believe in ghosts? And why am I doing that? Because last night, guys, it was such a beautiful night. It was so beautiful. It was raining and lightning and thundering, which I love, and which is not real common here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We don't get a whole lot of storms. So when we do get them, I am just thrilled by them. So when I got into bed, oh my goodness, it was just raining, and I saw a few flashes, through the curtains on the window in the bedroom. I was laying in bed all snuggled up. My dogs were snuggled up next to me. And I thought, oh my God, this is such a perfect night. And so I slept good, woke up, did what I had to with my dogs, took them out to do their stuff and fed them and all, made my tea and what have you. And then I was thinking about what happened last night, and I thought, I need to make a video real quick. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care how I look when I make my videos, because when the moment strikes me, I want to do it. Oh, I'm still fighting this bug. My immune system must be a little down, or I don't know. I've been hearing that it lasts a while, but my immune system's a little bit down, so I can't wait till I'm completely well. But anyway, there I was all snuggled in bed with my dogs and just enjoying. I had what I wanted on TV, which was Grace and Frankie, and listening to the rain and just feeling the coziness that comes with a stormy night. I love a stormy night. There is nothing I love more than a stormy night. I love storms day or night, but at night I love them. They just give me such a snuggy, snuggy kind of feeling. So I'm laying there with my dogs. Oh no, not my tea. Not my tea, no. I'm laying there with my 2 babies, and all of a sudden I hear, how can I describe it? Like a clank sound, I guess you could say, a clank sound in the kitchen. And I thought, what was that? Both the dogs perked their heads up and their ears, and they're looking around, and I thought, that was weird. It was a loud clank noise, like when somebody's in the kitchen doing something, kind of like the sound of, how can I put it? If somebody were, maybe if you're washing the dishes and you accidentally, or you hit, you know what I mean, you hit something with, like you're washing the pan and you hit it on the sink or hit it next to another dish or something, you know what I mean, that clank sound. That's what it sounded like, and it was very loud and very distinct. And I thought, I lay there thinking, okay, I don't know what that was. And I thought, well, I guess I didn't feel scared. That was the thing. I did not feel scared. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go out and check. So I told Google to turn on the lights. Lights came on, and I walked out, and there's nothing in the kitchen. There's nothing going on, and I thought, that was pretty distinct. So I went back to bed, turned all the lights off except what was on in my bedroom. I have a little salt lamp light that I leave on, and I also have 2 tree lights. They're like this light, except they're small. and they cast a beautiful glow in the bedroom, and I love having them on at night. So I was laying back down, and I thought, okay, whatever that was, whatever. And then as I was laying there, guys, I heard another clank sound, and I thought, okay, it didn't sound like anything of the house, you know what I mean? Like somebody might think, oh, maybe there's something in the house, you know, or the house structure. No, it wasn't that. It was clearly in the kitchen. And I just decided, so what I did was I laid there and I said, whoever you are, if there's a spirit here, you're welcome as long as you don't disturb me with noises, and as long as you're not evil. If you're evil, you're not welcome here. Get out. So I just laid there, and I got to thinking, I wonder sometimes, because there was a lady that owned this house years ago. She's passed on. And I've gotten 2 stories now. I talked to a neighbor, and one neighbor says she died in the house. Another neighbor says she was alive when they were taking her out to the ambulance. Not sure which now. But from what I've been told, she died in the house. I don't know. But maybe even if she didn't, I thought to myself, I wonder, you know, because we don't know what happens after we pass on. Nobody really knows. You only know what you've been taught through a religion, or through some spiritual belief, or some cultural belief type of thing. That's really all we know. And so I thought to myself, I wonder if she comes back to visit her home, because apparently she lived here for a very long time. She was old when she passed. And I sometimes wonder, because it's not the first time I've heard some noises in the kitchen, right? It's always in the kitchen. And I'm thinking to myself, why is it always the kitchen? Was she a baker, a cooker, or you know, was she a real good cook? Was she, was her place, or was her, how can I put it, was her place, not meaning that that's her place, but you know what I mean, was her happy place or her comfort place or whatever, was it in the kitchen? Because every time I hear a noise, it's in the kitchen. And I'm thinking, that's kind of weird that it's always in the kitchen. Because when it's happened before, I've heard sounds like somebody's in there cooking, literally sounding like somebody's in there cooking with a pan, you know, when you stir, or you're doing something with a utensil in a pan. I've heard that before. I've come out, there's nothing. So I've just resigned myself to the fact that if there is whatever kind of spirit coming around, I welcome it. I tell it, you know, to make itself at home, but do not disturb me, and no bad stuff, because that won't be allowed. So no bad stuff happens. I live in a neighborhood that's extremely peaceful. It's really more of older people that live, I mean, not all, of course, but it's more of an older neighborhood. It's a very old neighborhood, number one, but the people that live here, the majority are older people. So, you know, it's kind of an elderly neighborhood, but it's got a few of the younger ones in there too. So yeah, I just, it's really strange, because there are times when I'll be sitting here and my little dogs they'll be on the couch, which is right over there. The kitchen is that way. It's a very small home. I'm in a very small home, thankfully. I wouldn't want a big one to take care of. And they'll be sitting on the couch, and then all of a sudden they do that dog thing, you know, where they're sleeping like this. They're just kind of like that. And all of a sudden their ears are twirling and twitching, and they'll look straight towards the kitchen, and they'll look like they're looking at a tennis game. You know what I'm saying? They're back and forth with their eyes. They're just going back and forth. And I'm thinking, what are they looking at that's having the, you know, like when you're watching a person, when you're watching something, or you're doing this, you know, that's what they do. And they'll just sit there, and sometimes my one dog, Lily, the little one that's always here, come here, Lily, come here. Come here, baby. Come here. No, she's not moved. Sometimes her eyes will just get like little slits, you know, like she's staring. And come on, come on. And she will just, it's really weird because her ears go up and then her head twirls and twitches when she does that. So does my dog Pixie. They just sit there and they stare and their eyes are like that and they're like they're really watching something or someone. So I don't know if it's, you know, excuse me guys, if it's her, or sometimes I think it's my two little dogs, because when they're down on the ground, they'll do the same thing sometimes. All of a sudden they'll be at their eye level, they'll just be looking back and forth and watching something as if it were walking around the living room or the kitchen. And sometimes I think it's my two little dogs, Kitty and Capone, that lived in this house with me, and have passed on. And they will sit there and one time her little tail was even up wagging. You know, her little tail was wagging as she was doing that, looking around. I thought, what is she looking at that her tail is wagging? You know, as if she were looking at another dog. And you know how they get that playful kind of stance where they put their legs out and their butts up in the air and their tails going. She's done that before. And I thought, okay, dogs don't do that for nothing. They don't just decide to stop in the middle of the living room and hike up their behinds and tail wagging back and forth. No, and their ears. So I sometimes wonder if, I don't know, maybe Kitty and Capone come and visit now and then, because they have done that. And I babysit or doggy sit this other dog named Luna. She's a big dog. In fact, I'll be getting her this weekend. So I'm trying to make sure I stay well and healthy. Not just for me, but I'm going to have 3 dogs around, so I can't be sick watching these dogs and taking care of, making sure she's taken care of. So thankfully I'm feeling good. Just the residual of this weird cold. My immune system hasn't completely fought it off yet. But as I was saying, back to what I was talking about, Luna has done the same thing. She'll be in here and all of a sudden she'll look around like she's looking at something, at somebody or something walking around. She's a big dog. She's like the size of a Labrador. And she'll be, all of a sudden, she'll be laying on her little, I set up a bed for her over here. And she'll be laying there and all of a sudden she just perks up her big head, right? And she's looking, and she goes back and forth real slow, right at her eye level while she's lying down. And she just does that, you know, she's back and forth. And I'm thinking, what is she looking at? And it's not some bug in the air or a fly or anything like that. There's nothing there. And sometimes she'll growl. Sometimes she'll, not a mean growl, like a, you know, I'm out to get you growl. More like just a little soft, like, you know what I mean? And I don't know. Tell me, do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in spirits? Do you believe in the afterlife? You know, does something happen? A lot of people believe that once we die, that's it, black. It's just black, we're done. It's like going to sleep, it's over. A lot of people believe we are reincarnated. Some people believe that we go on to a spirit world. Some people believe that they believe in God, so they believe they go into God's, you know, heaven. There's all kinds of beliefs of what happens after we die. What do you think? Do you think there is, and I believe that there is because of previous experiences. I have made a video in the past about what paranormal experiences we had. But tell me, do you believe, or what do you think happens after we pass on? And animals as well, not just humans, but animals. Because I swear to you, there is no reason on earth for these little guys to all of a sudden just be staring as though they're watching somebody. Sometimes it's like watching a tennis match, like they're watching a tennis match. You know, their heads are going back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes they'll go up too. they've done that where I find that really strange. They'll be looking at something going like this, right? And then all of a sudden they'll look up and they'll go like that. And I'm thinking, okay, what are they watching moving back and forth higher up? Or they'll look towards the top of the walls, right? And then they'll just, it'll like they'll watch the walls and then come down. So they're kind of doing this where they'll go like that, and then they go down, and then they're going back and forth on the ground. So it almost gives you the feeling that something is flying around. I don't know. But, excuse me, guys. Oh, God, I can't wait till this cough is gone. So, yeah, tell me any experiences you've had. It would be really interesting for me to see if you've experienced something kind of unusual like that, because that noise last night was so strange. I didn't let it ruin the night, though, because I was in such a wonderful, wonderful mood because of the weather. When the weather is good, or when the weather is stormy like that, it puts me in a good mood. There's something, I don't know, there's something so magical about a rainy, stormy day, especially like I get to face the Sandia Mountains, so when the lightning strikes all over the place, it's like a light show for me. It is so beautiful because I'm only a matter of about 4 city blocks away from the foothills, you know, the bottom of the mountains. And it's amazing to watch all of that activity. The clouds roll in, the thunder, the lightning all over the top of the mountains or striking the mountains. It was so beautiful. And my daughter and I were back and forth, and my son's girlfriend too. We were talking about how we love this weather, and it was so wonderful to be so relaxed and cozy in bed. My blankets pulled up, you know, and it was just like a perfect night. And then I hear that noise, and I thought, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know. All I can say, guys, is tell me what you think about when it comes to ghosts and spirit world. I would like to know. I love to hear about other people's experiences, and yeah, it strikes me. It struck me last night. Whatever that is, it's welcome, as long as it's not evil and as long as it doesn't disturb my sleep or disturb me. So anyway, guys, just wanted to make a quick video this morning. It's still cloudy and I'm loving the weather. I'm just loving it. It's so, oh, I feel at peace when it's like this. So anyway, guys, take care. Thank you for watching my video, and let me know. Let me know what you think about ghosts and spirits and spooky things in the night. Talk to you later. Move, baby. Have a good one, guys. Move, baby. I gotta get around here. There we go. Move, Lily. Oh. There's my babies. She's taking her morning nap after stuffing her face. And there's little Lily on their blanket.